Hey Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey, and that is a brand new vehicle that isn't electric. That is the brand new Ineos Grenadier. I am at the 2024 North Texas Auto Expo, where I'm going to take you on a quick tour of this one. Stay tuned. All right, Gearheads, this vehicle is so new and so rare for me here in East Texas, based out of East Texas, that I can't tell you a lot about this vehicle off the top of my head, like power specs, but I can put them on the screen for you because I do know this is a German engine, an inline six from a BMW. We'll get more into that here in just a little bit, but I had to show you what was under the hood starting this one off. This is a partnership of Germany, France, if you want to call it that, and a little bit of Britain, because this vehicle, this company, is built by a British billionaire. So as we close the hood of this one, I can go into a little bit of the history of this vehicle, why it exists, why it looks the way it does, and a little bit about it. This vehicle is made by a British billionaire. So while American billionaires make the Tesla Cybertruck, British billionaires build this. The gentleman in question was a huge fan of the original Land Rover Defender, which I am getting strong Land Rover Defender vibes when I look at this 2024 Ineos Grenadier, and we'll get into that name here in just a little bit. This is a homage to the original Land Rover Defender. Get that right. It does have some Land Cruiser vibes to it too, but the gentleman wanted to buy the rights from Land Rover themselves to continue on the Defender name in its true body-on-frame heritage versus the crossover unibody thing that we have now. I really liked the Land Rover Defender that we had, but this is more true to its original heritage and DNA. This particular trim here is the field trim, and there are like 3 different ones. You can see here on this poster right here, that is the more off-road focused one. That is not a snorkel on the side of it. It is just a raised airbox. Yes, I know it's going through water, very misleading. But as we take a look at this one, you can option and customize these quite well and quite extensively. There are a lot of things that you can do, including putting the kind of diamond plate pattern here on the fenders, much like the original Land Rover Defenders. You know that now on Land Rovers you get plastic, quote, diamond plating on the hood, not so here on the Ineos Grenadier. As we look down, we have a steel front bumper. We do have parking sensors. We've got all modern lighting, and we've got tow hooks up front. We've got, as we look, some skid plates, bash plates up here, all kinds of off-road technical stuff that you would want for a serious off-roader. We have a solid front axle as we look under here. All the kind of off-road goodies you would expect. And if you're a British billionaire looking to build a homage to the original Defender, you're going to want all those things built into it. We're actually going to pull around over here to the side because, as I mentioned, we have a BMW powertrain under the hood, so powered by BMW, and due to that we've got this little homage here on the side, the British and the German engineering that has gone into this. This is actually built in France, right on the German-French border, so really 3 countries come into play on this one. It's an old Mercedes-Benz factory that Ineos bought to produce these. Very cool. Again, this being the field trim, I'll look exactly what the trim is. Let's see. Long wheelbase station wagon Fieldmaster is the name of it. So there's the base, the Fieldmaster, which is kind of like your light off-roading, and then the Trailmaster, I believe, is the full off-road one. You can see we've got some Bridgestone Dueler all-terrain tires here on this one, wrapped around some very nice Ineos designed wheels. It's a very cool, very rugged look. I like how they aren't gloss black. You've got that beadlock style beauty ring around the side. Very cool look. I'm really more interested in the approach angle. If I can find all that, I will put it on screen as I edit this. Again, this is a little bit of a surprise to me here at the North Texas Auto Show. It was provided not by Ineos themselves, but by Sewell and the Sewell family of dealerships. They say that if you want one of these and placed an order right now, you would probably get it by November or December of this year. But it is very likely that order holders might have already purchased something else or moved on. So some of these are coming available as time goes on. Very customizable modular exterior on this one. They say you can bolt on multiple different things and packages here on the sides. You can put lighting. We've got handles up here on top. There's all kinds of things you can do on this to modify it for your use. Very cool, very interesting approach to making a vehicle, something only a billionaire could really do and get away with. So again, the American billionaires make the Tesla Cybertruck. British billionaires make this awesome thing. We do actually have some friends driving one of these right now on the Alcan Rally, Mercedes and Andy Lilienthal. We interviewed them after their last Alcan Rally in the Subaru Outback Wilderness. Now they're doing it here in this Ineos Grenadier. As we come around, further around the back, you can see more modular places for adding accessories, all kinds of stuff. I really like that handle up here. I'm guessing I'm gonna do it. See how well I've stretched up, how limber I am today. You can put your foot up here on the tire, grab this handle, and now we can take a look at the roof up here and get up here and really access the roof. You can see we've got some fun windows, safari windows up there that we'll talk about when we get inside. Very cool look. Like I said, very strong Defender vibes, original Defender vibes, very strong Land Cruiser vibes, very strong kind of Hummer H1 vibes as we get around back here to the back with this ladder, which is optional on the back. I really like the round lighting signature front and rear on this one. Really just a cool look all the way around. You have this 70-30 split rear hatch that allows you to get into the cargo area. And I've been told it can hold a British pallet. So a very squared off look back here, very nice, very roomy, very interesting material here. It's a hard plastic, but I don't know, it's got a little bit of give to it. It's not rubbery, but it's not hard. Very interesting material back here. You can see even the seat backs, 60-40 split bench seat backs. This is more of the hard plastic we're used to. We do have top tethers all the way across back there, but a very nice, very interesting, very useful back end. You can see we even got some hard plastic back here. Really like this 70-30 split bench or split door rear hatch as we go back to back. But I mentioned earlier, this is actually built in France, so we have a call out to that. Built in Hambach, France, so right on the German-French border. As we come to the interior, again, I was talking about how customizable these are. This saddle brown steering wheel and the emergency brake handle are optional extras, kind of all standalone options. As this one sits, it is just under $85,000, which isn't really that bad for all the stuff you get. We'll talk a little more off-road as we get inside, but you can see all your power window controls, power mirror controls, power door locks. Very nice, very modern in here. Though we get a manually sliding seat. We're going to take a look at that here in a second. Manual recline. So for $85,000, you can tell that the money really went into off-roading this. I'm going to go ahead and give it a try climbing in. There is no steps. I'm 5'10". It is a little bit of a step up, but I can get in here and sit very nicely. I'm actually going to move the seat forward to where I would drive this more comfortably. Let's go back just a little bit. Now, I've referenced Tesla a couple times in this video. The one thing that the British billionaire stole from Tesla is the lack of really any screen or instrumentation behind the steering wheel. If you look very closely, this is just all your warning lights. That is all this is, where your screen and driving information is. all over here on this screen. So much like a Tesla, you had to look over to the side. Not my favorite. That is my least favorite thing about this entire vehicle. Everything else is pretty cool and pretty old school, including all of the switches and switch gears. You can see all of the exterior switches, auxiliary switches, all the assistance buttons. You've got all your measurements up here. This very much feels almost like a space shuttle. I'm from the Houston area. I've been to Space Center Houston. I've seen the cockpit of the space shuttle. This very much feels like that, especially with all these accents here around so you don't hit the switches. That continues even further down here on the center stack. Lots of different buttons here. I really like how this hazard button is kind of buried in here. Ooh, listen to that click. Yeah, even the hazard button is built in here. We do have heated seats, not ventilated seats. It looks like single zone AC, which I'm not complaining about. Further BMW tech. This is very much ripped out of a BMW. Manual transfer case here, all full-time four-wheel drive. This does have a locking center diff, but you can get locking front and rear diffs as well. Multiple different drive modes. I love the old school nature of this with the handbrake right here. A few different buttons here. Toot for the horn. that's like the most British thing, is it not? Very nice center console with some power in here. Oh, look, we've got the keys to access the locking glove box and things like that. I will go ahead and put this on screen for you to pause it. This is the Windows sticker. You can see it is the Fieldmaster Edition, $84,695 for this one. 15 city, 15 highway, 15 combined if you were interested while we were under the hood. But that is in there. We also have the saddle brown leather grab handle here. Grab handle over there, grab handle up there. I really like these Safari roofs. They are manual open and close, so there's not a lot of complexity to them. They're weather sealed. They're pretty cool, pretty nice. Very interested to see what that is like from the rear seat. Visibility with that 70/30 is not really all that bad. You're really looking out at that 70%, so I've got no complaints there. Overall, the build quality, the materials in this feel very solid. I like just the rugged look of it with all the exposed bolts. It is a very cool look in here. And as we come around to me, I've got plenty of headroom in here, especially with the Safari roof up above me. I've got no complaints up here, but let's go ahead, pop out of the front and move to the back seat back here. So 60/40 split second row seat, no fold down center armrest to speak of, exposed lower latches. I do like that. Nothing in the center, but that's okay. Again, not really why you're buying this vehicle. And it is 60/40, so we'll go ahead and fold those. They don't fold flat, but you can see nice hard seat back, so you can be a little rough and tumble with that. Go ahead and pull that out so it's not stuck. Let's see what my legroom is back behind myself. There is no handle on the pillar. There is a handle you can see just up here, so I can grab from right here, or I can grab from the outside, but I don't think I need one. I'll just step up. Oh boy, I am gonna need one and climb in. It is a pretty high step in, but sitting behind myself at 5'10", I've got no complaints. Hard plastic seat belt, but seat back, but we've got cutouts for our knees like that. Couple of air vents back here, couple of power ports back here. Otherwise, not a whole lot going on back here in the back. Just fairly basic interior. I don't really have many cup holders or any cup holders back here. Again, it's a British billionaire who made this. He's really focused on off-roading. I do like this big armrest of a door sill here. That is the same on the front doors as well. So that is a nice look. You can ride very comfortably. The look in here, the visibility in here, my head, look, this is my eye line right here. I am looking right at the side here. So very interesting how they've built this. You do feel up and above everything else. It is a very cool look, very rugged look in here. Very boxy vehicle all the way around. But yeah, let's see. We'll let gravity take us out of here and we'll close it up. That is a very quick look at the 2024 Ineos Grenadier. Now, about that name, it was actually designed, penciled on a napkin at a pub in London, and that pub was called the Grenadier. So naturally, they had to give the name to the vehicle that they created there. That is it from me here at the Sewell booth of the North Texas Auto Expo, checking out the Ineos Grenadier. If you want to see more from us, hit that subscribe button down below, ring the bell so you are notified every time a new video drops. Find us on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, TikTok, YouTube, Threads, everything at GT Garage Talk, or you can go to gtgaragetalk.com. But as for me, until next time, gearheads, bye.